Hi, and welcome back to the challenge. It's day 5, and today we're going to do probably the strongest class in the challenge. So if you enjoy these types of classes, I'm going to put another class at the end of the challenge for you on the Conscious Movement community. It'll all be up there for some of you guys who are already members, where you can do a class that kind of culminates this whole challenge. But I want you to check that out. I'll put the link below in the description so you can check out the Conscious Movement community. It's free during the quarantine for the first 14 days, so it's a great time if you haven't checked it out. We're going to begin seated, cross-legged. And we're going to do a little bit of meditation on apana and prana. So these are two different qualities of life force energy moving through your body. One is grounding, calming, cooling. The other one is lifting, opening, drawing energy up. So we want to feel like when we first come to yoga, we might be more apanic, like tending to be sinking in all the poses like this. So like in the 30-day challenge, I'm always encouraging you like, lift up, engage, 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 engage. But there becomes a certain point in your practice to where you've been doing that so well, if you're a good student, that you might become rigid. And then you might have to back off, like calm it down a little bit, introduce more apana to find balance. And that's what we're gonna look for today. And I'm going to introduce, we've already worked on the sacral plexus, the brachial plexus. We worked on focusing on the bottom of the rib cage and the heart. And today we're going to focus on the pelvic floor, the root, and the crown of the head, the apex. So I want you in the seated meditation, if you need to sit up on something, to sit upright so that you're not slouching, do that. And then sit tall with your palms resting on your thighs. Now I want you to notice, as you relax and observe, notice the sensations in your body. Notice the flow of your breath. And then just observe if it feels like there's more lifting, energizing, pulling up sensation, or if there's more dropping, cooling, rooting sensation. Allow these energies to become balanced throughout your spine. So it's said that yoga shouldn't be practiced in the day or in the night. So when do we practice? Well, there's more of just a way of saying that we shouldn't be favoring the solar energy or the lunar energy in the body, the heating or the cooling, but we should be looking for a balance. You could practice at sunrise or sunset. Then lastly, as you practice feeling this balance, this calming, balance of heating and cooling, allow your head, notice if your head is leaned forward at all, and as you balance the head back up on top of the spine, can you feel if there's a release in tension in the back of the shoulders and the neck? So that if I were to open up the crown of your head and look straight down, I see straight down through the pelvic floor. And the better the head is balanced, the better the energy can flow. Now open your eyes, keeping your focus inward. Soften your navel so you can turn left hand to the outside of your knee. Now as you're twisting, feel if the head tried to fall off the spine. Often, to the uninitiated, we'll twist from the head. So keep the eyes soft and twist from your body instead of from your eyes. Twist to your left. And feel again, crown of the head, pelvic floor. Eyes should be level with the horizon. Now that's not to say in yoga there aren't times where we twist and roll open, or there are poses where we twist and round, but when we get these spiraling energies, these are more complex. Initially, we just want to learn how to keep everything lined up and straight. Release that. Then come onto the hands and the knees and stretch back into downward facing dog. With your toes curled under, set your knees down, walk your hands back to your knees, and see if you can upright yourself. Then interlock your fingers, turn your palms inside out. Raise your arms up, but I want you to notice that the more the arms reach up, the more the front of the rib cage wants to lift up. Instead, can you keep the rib cage balanced as the arms stretch? The arms won't be able to go as high, that's okay. Breathe all the way down below your navel. Bring your arms back down. Come back into down dog, and let's use that same lesson. So instead of just letting the ribs sink into the hands, I want you to see if you can keep the rib cage more balanced as you stretch in down dog. Now, this might require you to bend your knees to get the elongation of the spine. That's fine, but if you can start to draw the femur bones back, maintaining the elongation, then that's even better. That's what's up. Walk the feet all the way forward to the front. Put a little bend in your knees, grab a hold of your elbows and let your head drop. And then just feel to what degree can you start to straighten the legs without losing the space in the lower back and the feeling of elongation in the spine. So ideally in Uttanasana, the kneecaps are lifted, the quadriceps engaged to help to open up the hamstrings. But if you harden to do that, then it's better to keep the knees bent a bit. Roll yourself up. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Reconnect to your breath. Use the arms to help to decompress the spine. Use the stretch of the legs to do the same. Look forward, step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samastiti. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Stand Samastiti. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Stand Samasthiti. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Stand Samasthiti. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Then step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one again. Inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Reach with your back arm like you're trying to touch a wall so that you come right up over top of your pelvis again, so you're not hanging forward. Open your chest through the reach of the back arm. Then come into modified side angle, hand onto the block or on the floor. Take your left arm up. So use your right elbow to kind of pry your right knee open. But depending on how tight your hips are, you might have to angle your left hip forward even more towards your right foot to help the lower back to open. Now open up the energy channel, open up the dialogue between the pelvic floor and the crown of the head. Where are you blocking the flow of energy in the spine? Where are you overdoing? Where are you underdoing? Wrap your left arm behind your back. Hold here in the half bind, or you can go for a full bind. You can grab a hold of your fingers, or you can use a strap or a towel. Stretch your right outer hip back to your back heel. Open your arms back up. Press into your feet and come back up into warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. Straighten your right leg and reach into triangle pose. Bring your left hand down. Spin your back heel up as you bend your right knee. Step back into plank pose. Take a vinyasa or stretch right back into down dog, your call. Step your left foot up. Warrior one, inhale, come up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Reach through your right chest and your right fingers like you're trying to touch a wall. Ground into your back heel bone. Then tip from your hips and place your hand down onto the inside of your foot. Block your floor. Take your right arm out. Wrap your right arm behind your back. You can hang out here in the half bind or go for the full bind. Grab fingers, strap or towel. Open your arms back up. Press into your feet, lift your belly and come back up into warrior two. Quad's on fire right now. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Then straighten your leg, tip from your pelvis into Trikonasana. Bring your hand down. Spin your back heel up as you bend your knee. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Vashisthasana, side plank. Spin your feet over to the left, left hand down, right arm up. Hold there, or like we practiced, you could bend your right knee. Did we practice this one? You could bend your right knee, reach down for your big toe, and take your big toe up. But if that's too gnarly, just work with the legs together. Slowly with control, come back into plank pose and change sides. Hang out in the regular side plank or modify with the knee down, or reach down, take your big toe and raise it up. Come back into plank pose. Take a vinyasa or just press back into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Squat down for crow pose. Now, option to hold here, or slowly lower the crown of the head down. Take the legs up. Bring the knees back into the arms. And come back up into crow. Float back into chaturanga or step into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, make a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samastiti. Press down through your left foot as you hug your right knee up. Now that last variation, that's not for people with any history of neck issues, cervical compression. That one's gonna be too gnarly on the neck. Don't give that one a shot. Hold your knee or reach down and take your big toe. Now, once your big toe is up, can you shine the pelvic floor straight down and balance the crown right up over top? Then change hands and twist, open up to your right. No, don't overdo, don't underdo. Turn forward and raise your arms up. Bend your left leg and wrap your right leg up and over. Cross your right elbow under for eagle arms. Uncross your arms and your legs. stand in mountain pose. Press down through your right foot as you hug your left knee up. Hold there or take your big toe. Balance the apana and the prana. You're not just sinking into it, but you're not lifting so much to where you've blocked the flow. Balance the releasing with the lifting. Change hands and twist. Look forward, raise your arms up. Left leg all the way up, stand tall without sinking back. Bend your knees, cross your left leg up and over, and cross your left arm under. Uncross your arms and your legs, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa, your call. Step your right foot for Parsvottanasana. So come up for warrior one first. Then bring your knuckles together behind your back or take reverse prayer. Step the left foot a little closer, right leg straight. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, start to fold forward out over your leg. Inhale into a flat back. Stretch your arms back, heart forward. Bend your right knee and step up to balance. Now squeeze your buttock towards your heel to come upright. Stand in mountain. Inhale into chair pose. Bring hands to prayer. Twist to your right. Then as steady as you can, right hand to your hip. Left hand goes a foot in front of your foot, but without your chest sinking. Keep the core of the heart lifted. Pelvic floor crown dialogue. Lean into your right foot. Bring your left heel to your buttock. Then push your left heel straight back as you elevate your right hip. Spin from your navel up to your right shoulder and take your right arm up. So I like to look down at first so I can find the horizon, what the hell do you call it? So I'm not looking up or down. Yeah, find the horizon line type thing like when you're seated so that the neck isn't overdoing. The head is balanced through the line of the spine. Then from there, start to spin your ribs and chest without hardening in the neck, without blocking the flow anywhere. Then bring your right hand down, navel in, take a hold of your ankle, and see if you can raise your back leg up higher. Lower your left leg to meet your right, and let your head drop. Step back into plank pose. Take a vinyasa or stretch right back into down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Bring your hands behind your back. Back foot comes a little bit closer as you straighten your left leg. Then start to tip out over your leg. And lengthen all the way out. Inhale into the flat back. Arms stretch back. Step into warrior three. Then firm your buttock towards your heel as you come up. And stand in mountain pose. Inhale into chair pose. Bring hands to prayer. Twist to your left. Left hand to your hip. Right hand goes down, a foot in front on the inside. Take as much support as you need to get the heart to open. Then lean into your left foot, right heel to your buttock. As you push your heel back, lift your left heel up, left hip up. Spin your navel up towards your left shoulder. Look down at first so you can find the pelvic floor crown. And then start to twist. Don't twist from the eyes. Eyes will take you out of it. Stay connected to the flow in your body. Standing splits. And lower your leg. So the healthier your hips and your core get, the longer you'll be able to hold on one side. If you could feel at the end, your hip was starting to fatigue and your lower back was taking over, that's just a sign that it's too much too soon. You should just go right into the Uttanasana instead of doing the standing splits. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. So that's why I encourage people to develop the foundation with the 30-day challenge first. Through that, we get the strength in the core and the hips necessary to start to approach doing longer sequences on each side. And that's the most popular style of yoga, doing that vinyasa style where you do a bunch of stuff on one side. But not really appropriate if you're new to yoga, even if you're like badass at other stuff. Okay, that's my scared straight part. Do you remember that when Mad Dog would come to your school when you're in high school and he'd be like, don't do drugs, otherwise you're gonna end up without any teeth. Okay, set your knees down. Sit your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands back, lift your chest, roll your shoulders open. Hold there or go onto your elbows. Hold there or lie flat. Then come back up. Set your elbows down, hands shoulder distance apart. Curl the toes, lift the knees, hips up. Plug your navel in and stretch your right leg up. Don't let yourself sink forward. Press into the forearms, pull up. Change, left leg up. Lower your leg down, set your knees down. Now I'm going to leave the inversion practice up to you today. You could go over to the wall and practice your handstand, especially if you've done the handstand course and you want to integrate handstands regularly, go for that. Headstanders, go ahead. Forearm balance, you can practice that if you learned that with me already. Or you can just repeat down dog on your forearms and plank on your forearms if you want to strengthen your core. Lastly, you could just do legs wide apart, forward fold to get a little more restorative of an inversion. So go on up, we're going to practice for a minute. Halfway through, if you're doing down dog on your forearms, I'm going to let you know when to go into plank on your forearms. All right, if you're in down dog on your forearms, come into plank on your forearms. And then release. Come into child's pose. Lie down onto your back. Bring your heels close to your buttock. Feet hip distance apart. Press your heels down and lift up into bridge pose. Press the upper arm bones down, roll the chest open, but press down enough so that you open up the chest. If you push down too much, you'll close the chest. You can feel. So with any action that I teach in yoga, like anything I say, like, hey, do this, there's an until. Like until you feel that it's blocking the flow of energy, it's not helping it. Always looking for the balance now between apana and prana. And these are the most basic elements of prana through the vayus. There's some other elements as well, not most basic, but in terms of understanding, I would say they're the most basic. Lower yourself back down. Place your hands into position for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Okay, relax your shoulder heads, open up the hands, turn the elbows in, and then as the arm bones plug into the socket, stretch back through the triceps to the elbows to the wall behind you. Then hold here or lift your hips up. Hold there or come up onto the head. And again, if you have any cervical compression, that one's not for you. But otherwise, if the neck is healthy, reposition the hands so that you have a 90-degree angle with your elbows. Press into your feet. Coil the thoracic spine in like you had the foam roller in that spot. Very light on your head. Hold here or lift all the way up. Lower yourself back down. Take a breath. Then go back up. Bridge pose, bridge preparation, or you can press all the way up, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Lower your buttock back down. Then as you press your left heel out along the floor, bring your right knee towards your chest. Open your right arm out to the side. Now I like a block for this one to rest the shin knee on a block. But up to you. I like this one because it offers more space for the lower back as you go to twist. Stretch your right hip crease down away from you as you open up through the right shoulder and chest. Let the right sit bone lengthen towards your left heel. Come back to center. Change sides. Left knee comes in. Drive out through your right heel. Open the left arm out to the side and twist. Oh my gosh, am I the only one that thinks that this is the best feeling in the world? I did hang out here for 10 minutes on each side. It feels so good. Next week's class is going to be just lying down like this for a half hour. Come back to center. Take happy baby. Feel your hips release out of your lower back. Feel the shoulders relax. One of my colleagues calls this, instead of happy baby, happy boyfriend pose, which then she makes everyone in the class feel completely uncomfortable. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll up to seated. Cross your legs and sit up tall, and fold forward. Now, if you'd like a little deeper stretch, you could do ankle over the knee for double pigeon. But if you feel like you had enough sensation in that last one, you could just hang out there. Come back up, change the cross of your legs. Simple cross leg forward fold or leg stack. come back up. Stretch your legs straight out. Sit up tall. Raise your arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Lie down onto your back for Shavasana. Now, one of the most significant practices in pranayama is, instead of trying to control, and eventually through all the techniques, it's less trying to control and more freeing up the blockages to prana in the body so that the breath can move. So in all those techniques that we've learned so far, it should feel like, instead of trying to suck or pull, make the breath go further, longer, you're allowing it instead. And a great way to start to teach this is through just practicing observation. I remember when I was newer to teaching, I was at this seminar for it was like an advanced teacher training course, and one of the really long-term teachers said, I was explaining that I had some difficulties in the pranayama, and they said, well, why don't you just practice, just lying down and observing. I thought, that just seems so boring. What a waste of time. I'd rather be doing something. So sometimes in the practice, it takes time to find the humility to be willing to stick with the stuff that can actually educate and take you into the deeper places of the practice. So hopefully you can learn from my stubbornness and lack of willingness to go deeper. It takes time sometimes. So what we're practicing here is just observing the flow. Feel the shoulders, the hands relax. Feel the body relax and drop. Feel the jaw empty, the tongue. And then see deeper and deeper where you can let go of the places that seem to be inhibiting the flow of prana. Especially allow that to happen as the breath goes out. When you feel the breath moving back in, feel that it can move through the place where it was blocked before. But don't try to pull, don't try to suck. Just let it move through there. Now take a slightly fuller, deeper breath in and out through your nose. Bend your knees and roll over to your side. Press yourself up. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed today's class, a little longer and stronger. And if you did, hit the like button. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you for tomorrow's class. Have a great rest of your day.